All right, well, joining us for a late night edition of Quick Six, we've got Brian Blakely joining us. So let's go ahead and put 2 minutes on that clock. And Brian, we are starting with you. Do the Panthers get their first win against the Texans on Sunday, despite being 3-point underdogs at home?
I do. I think this is the game they've been pointing to for quite some time since a rough start to the season. I think this is the game they really want to win, and they're going to prove to a lot of people that Bryce Young was the #1 overall pick.
All right, well, speaking of, Gabe, does Bryce Young need this win in this game on Sunday to prove his worth of that top pick?
Absolutely. I think you're going up against, a guy who was picked right after you, a guy who they've been close since they were in the 8th grade. These guys are the best of friends. He wants to go out there and prove, even though CJ's been having a much better season than he's had, Bryce wants to go out there and get a win. I think he needs this one just to build some confidence, especially with this stretch coming up.
I agree, but that makes it harder when they're friends, right? You're trying to go against each other. But all right, Brian, where is your level of confidence that Charlotte FC can win their wild card match on Wednesday?
My level of confidence is pretty high on this one. I think they're riding high after that big win over Messi on Saturday night. And the Red Bulls, they're not anything to really be proud of. I think that this is a game they can beat.
Yeah, and Christian Kalina even pointed out that they do well in tournament play like that, so I am excited for them. All right, Gabe, NFL trade deadline quickly approaching. Do you think the Panthers make a move like they did with McCaffrey last season?
So I don't think they make that kind of move where they get all of that capital in return, but I still think, because I don't think, at this point, I don't think Brian Burns is going anywhere, but I think Dante Jackson or Terrace Marshall Jr. could be on the move. They're not going to get that much capital in return, but I think we see one of those two guys shop for the deadline coming up on Halloween.
All right, Brian, Hornets begin their regular season on Wednesday. Just 27 wins last season for them. Are you giving them over or under that for this season?
I am always the glass half full guy, and I'm always optimistic at the beginning of the season. I'm going to go over than 27. Ask me after Wednesday, though.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, that can't be that hard to beat. All right, Gabe, real quick, do you think we still see UNC in Charlotte despite that demoralizing loss to UVA?
I think there's a chance, only because we don't have the divisions anymore. It's going to obviously come down to them facing Duke later in the season. They got a couple games left. Georgia Tech and then Campbell should be winnable games. I think we'll see. I think we'll still see UNC and Florida State here at the ACC Championship game.